Hawkinsimmer, and today we are doing a speed build that I am calling the Stone Villa. This was like a quick little thing that I did. I was watching The Circle. I did this house and the last house on the same day, so I watched The Circle for both of these videos, so that's all I can think about is The Circle. Love. But this is a small stone villa is what I think I'm going to call it. I literally just Googled small house, or not Googled. I searched on Pinterest, obviously. Small house, and I don't know, I scrolled for a little bit and this kind of exterior came up. It's not exactly the same, but I thought this like black and white and like cream kind of vibe was what I was going for. There were no interior pictures or anything, so I kind of, that's all me, girl. That's all talent. Just jokes, but the outside was kind of inspired by some house on Pinterest, I guess. As you may know, small houses are not exactly my forte in The Sims 4. I end up always doing large family homes, and even when I plan to do a small home, I always find some way to sneak in like an extra bedroom or an extra bathroom, and then they end up being pretty large houses. But this one stayed pretty small. It's on a lot in Willow Creek. I remember the first time I really played The Sims 4, I played on this lot to the left that's kind of, at the end of the street. And the girl that I played with was a writer, and I had all this like CC in my game, of course. And I remember I was like, man, I guess she should probably I should probably get other Sims in here. I played with one Sim, and then I quickly realized that I was just bored with everyone else, and Sims 4 gameplay turned out to not be my most favorite thing in the whole world. I mean, I got there, but I played all the way through her life and then was sad, and then I think like literally just couldn't really pick up the gameplay aspect of this anymore. I don't know, girl. I got into The Sims 4 later than a lot of people. I hung on to The Sims 2 for too long. And then by the time I got into The Sims 3 was already on the way out. I got into The Sims 3 like after The Sims 4 really became a thing. And I really love The Sims 3. My favorite iteration is 2, and it always will be. Sir, literally was laying there silently until I started recording. So rude. But anyway, I was into The Sims 3 for a pretty long time too, and I really only just got into The Sims 4 a few years ago. I was so against so many of the changes between 3 and 4, and truthfully, I couldn't afford to buy much more gaming stuff. I had so many 3 games because, well, I borrowed some from friends. Honestly, I don't remember how I got so many Sims 3 games. I had no business buying them. I probably got a bunch of them secondhand. It was back when you still used like discs and you bought them at Walmart and stuff, really. So like that's probably why I had a lot of Sims 3 stuff. But I played 2 for way too long, honestly. I love 2. I would play that game still today for sure. But we're doing the backyard right now. I don't know how I got off on that tangent. Basically, I don't know. We're talking about Willow Creek and the first time I played and all the things, girl, all of the things. So this is just a cute little quaint backyard, a little sitting area with a swing set. I didn't do too much out here. I've tried to convince myself that less is more with these backyards. You know, I feel like when I started up my channel again earlier this year that I was doing like tons of really intricate backyards. And for what? Like for who, girl? For who are we doing this? For whom the bell tolls and all those things. So I've kind of laid off and just given a few things in the backyard, and I also think it helps keep the cost of the houses that I do down. I tend to build really expensive houses, and I know that some people care about those things. That was never me. I was always about using the mother load. I still, to this day, if I was playing, would probably just like absolutely smash the mother load buttons. But you know, some people care about those things, so I have tried to be more conscious of how much my houses cost. So when you do smaller houses and you don't do as intricate of backyards, you really end up saving a lot of money. I'm sure you're surprised. I'm sure you know that really just is so surprising to you. But I, like I said, kept this theme of like black and white and cream, very clean looking and fresh, I guess. But I didn't want it to seem too sterile, which is why I added in all of the cream colors. The disrespect in this household is unbelievable. Mowgli, I am right. Don't roll up into a donut and act like I am the one disturbing you. Sir. I wish you could see this cat right now. That is unbelievable. Anyway, you wouldn't believe how many times I start a clip of the voiceover over. I delete so many little sounds that happen and then re-record. But sometimes I just have to leave it in so that y'all know that this is what I go through when I do a voiceover every singular time. Sometimes I put the dogs outside, or I put the cats like in the basement, which is, they have litter boxes and they're like windows and things that they can look out of. They're not like trapped in a dungeon. We do call our basement the creepy dungeon basement, but they are fine down there. But it's like kind of warmer today, and I don't want my dogs to be outside like when it's real hot. They don't have tons of shade out there, so they're all inside today. And you'd think that we could all just like take a nap while we're doing the voiceovers, but that just seems like we're asking too much of them. We are doing the interior. I'll admit that I don't think this house has like a ton of personality, but I think it does have a very specific like aesthetic and vibe to it. I say those words too much. What in the heck? It's because of Twitter. I blame Twitter, but I do think it has an aesthetic, a style of sorts. You know, I don't know. I tried to add some like personality in the artwork, so I love those pictures from, I almost said Eco Lifestyle, but that's not true. It's Get Famous. I love those pictures from that. I wish there were more swatches because I tend to use them so much. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to cycle through these swatches again. But they have really good colors, and they're not like pictures of Sims, but they're not like landscapes. Like they're still people. I don't know. I really like those portraits, I guess. But we're just kind of cluttering up the kitchen. I thought that the people who lived here probably wouldn't have an incredibly cluttered kitchen. So I just put a couple of things on the counters and then moved on. Living room is pretty stereotypical for what I do. I again use that side table from the base game update. I love that side table. This is like the stereotypical kind of build that I do, but a lot smaller. So I don't know, this is the kind of house that I would have enjoyed playing in. Everything is really reasonable and all on one floor. I love playing on one floor because you don't have to, page up and down. And then it's just one bathroom, which is kind of nice. Like you don't have tons of bathrooms for your Sims to get dirty and stuff. And the rooms are, I think, a good size. They're not huge, but they're big enough that you can have, a few things in them, I guess. But yeah, this is a total, I think, like a really good sized home. I don't know if I love the home, but I really do like the size of it. I think that it's good for gameplay, I guess, in my biased opinion. I also really love these windows. I don't use them very often, but I love how big they are. I always think that big windows in real life, I mean, I like the idea of having big windows, but I like to sleep in the pitch black. My like dream home would have giant windows, but would have like window treatments that like were on a timer or something and like were motorized, and like they opened every day at the same time and closed every day on the same time. I know that that's like so lazy, so lazy, but like I want them to do it. I want them to be retractable on their own, I guess. You know what I mean? Am I the only person who's like this? Comment down below. Let me know. But we're doing the kids' room right now. I think I've used bunk beds in every single build since bunk beds came out. I mean, why wouldn't you at this point? Like, you want your house to be able to fit as many Sims as possible, and bunk beds are a really simple solution to that. I do love them. I really wish that, you could put a bunch of junk underneath them, but I will wait until we can. But we're coming up on the screenshots, so please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'm saying this out of order. I upload new videos every Monday and Thursday at around 4 p.m. So I will see you all in the next one. Bye! doo boo boo doo boo boo.